Welcome back to yet another session to Thinking and Destiny. We are going in a very good flow of knowing our mental destiny and how our thoughts are influencing our mental destiny, so as later with the physical destiny. So, before we go further, what Percival is going to give us the knowledge, let us connect to his consciousness for a few minutes and let his knowledge, his wisdom flow through every one of us. Please sit in a meditative posture. Cross your legs, clasp your hands, and close your eyes. Please observe your natural breath. Remember to keep all your focus on your breath. You are taking vital energy from this world into your body. See how energy is flowing each and every part of your body. If you're fully aware of your breath, no other thought can enter into your mind. When you are with your breath, thought won't come near to you.
What a wonder, what a wonder. We are in deep meditation, no thoughts whatsoever. The mind is empty. Be with your breath, my dear friends.
Please place your hands on your eyes for a few seconds and open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. Before we go further in today's session, let's recap what we have discussed in the last session. Over to you, Balagaran.
So last week, Prasanna covered mysticism and spiritism. So when we go in, let us go into mysticism. So mysticism, it's the union with absolute, which is inaccessible to intelligence. It is an old practice of religion, in religion. So Buddhists and Sufis and Christian mystics who are not followers of any religion, they seek the truth of God by subduing their body emotions and overcoming the passions or desires and engage in the life of in mystical meditations. They do not follow any intermediate priest and they seek direct personal communion with God. So mystics usually think causal body or body desires, carnal body or body desires are a hindrance to their path. So they quieten them. And they try to raise by interior process of extreme happiness to ecstasy. In this process, they get beautiful visions in their meditation. They arrive to this state of meditation by suppressing their thinking. Percival says this passive mental attitude is meditation. He says in meditation, they hold the doer in high regard to the position of the knower, that is the ecstasy feeling, by obscuring their I-ness or identity of the body. This they call union with God. This state is experiencing, he says, not learning or knowing. That's what Percival says. It is only exalted feeling of superficial physical. They believe such union with God is the highest spiritual state which can be attained. He says they are mistaken. So Percival says it is only a sensory feeling, such as visions. Such visions are hearing celestial music. They are only sensory feelings. Their periods of ecstasy followed by utter depression. Such communion does not give them knowledge. They only have a feeling they cannot express in clear language or reasoning. One who, who really conscious of God, who is the thinker and knower of the triune self or of light of intelligence, is not in ecstasy, but he has consciousness serenity of feeling, he says. He is conscious of having an insight and knowledge distinct from phenomena. He can express in clear, and such person can express in clear and definite language, which he is conscious of. So some they lead some mystics they lead retired lives, like in Himalayas. Few are active in the worldly life. The world does not have much use from, he says, the world does not have much use from these mystic meditations or discipline, no physical benefits. So according to Percival, the world wants results. A true mystic does not care for world's physical benefits. He only believes in spiritual results. So Percival says mystics do not think, they do not know, only they feel. They are only going through a series of experiences of feeling, not for the sake of learning. So when it comes to, and also these mystics, they are connected to religious institutions like churches or ashrams and all. When it comes to nature mystics, they are nature worshippers or they are nature lovers. They are different from mystics. The difference is mystics live in senses in the psychic part of triune self. They suppress the bodily desires. Whereas nature mystics enjoy in the physical body by 4 senses. Some of them go back to nature and live like animals. Some worship external nature as God. There is a little thinking and great deal of feeling and desiring. And when it comes spiritism, so spiritism, he says, often called spiritualism. It is the worship of dead souls. And also it is known in ancient India, Hindus and Asia. But he says the ancient Hindus, they condemn this process. Many American tribes have their mediums through whom they get materializations and they communicate with departed souls. It appeared in 19th century in America. Nature mystics worship the growing and living nature, but spiritism worship the dead. That is the difference. So mystics, they worship the grown and living nature, but spiritism worship only the dead. So spiritism teaches that death does not end. There is a survival of something after the death. Spiritism, by offering social union between living and the dead, liked by those who suffered from the loss of relatives and friends and strengthened faith in the future life. In spite of these lessons that they taught by spirits, it has done a great deal of harm, he says. The harm comes from opening relationship between the living world and the evil or earthbound creatures of astral physical plane. That is how, that link has. And some of these spirit communications were clear beneficial, but most were useless and nonsense, he says. None of the information has value to the nature of triune self or to the light of intelligence or to the purpose of life. The practice of mediumships often results in insanity. The evil spirits of nature and desire ghosts of the dead holds on to the idle, curious people as mediums. These spirits lower the morality of the persons who are obsessed with it. The spiritism is a thought movement. It results in psychic state such as mediumship. It starts with thoughts of favorable to spirit practices, and the wish to become a medium often leads to a mediumship. Such thoughts confuse the mental atmosphere, he says. This condition causes great injury to the breath form and the doer, as well as to the physical body. Normally, the breath form is under the commands of the nature and the doer. Breath form guards the doer and the body against the entrance of the spooks. When the doer desires the union with the spirits, then willingly, breath form surrenders to these astral spirits. Then, along with the breath form, they possess astral and physical bodies. So they possess both. The doer can usually regain possession only after much suffering and by driving out these intruders. Spiritism follows religion of ancestor worship. They would become worshippers of dead men's desires. A large number of them develop into mediums. A channel be opened by the remains of the dead would ooze into and out of the physical world. Through this channel, inhabitants of the form plane also would come and do harm to human race, bearing lethal influences, he says.
Thank you. Thank you for a detailed recap. Okay, shall we start? Okay. Now, today's session, we will be discussing about the thought power, mostly the thought power. So, we have been discussing the thought power in all that throughout the mental destiny. But today, how the thought will directly yield the results of the physical plane and how your thought is connected with the disease. Okay, that will continue. The disease part will continue next couple of sessions too. But yeah, today we will start with that. So let me share my screen first to. So, able to see, right?
Yes, Prasanna.
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. Okay, this is agenda. Thought produces the direct physical results and how you can heal, mental healing and the cause of disease. These are the three topics that we are going to discuss today. Okay. So thinking produces a direct results, right? So yes, just now we have talked about our thought is such a powerful, whatever we wanted to achieve, whatever we wanted to have it, we are able to get it. Suppose, see, even we are able to communicate to the spirits who are dead. You are able to establish a medium and able to communicate. So even the people who are not in the physical plane also you are able to communicate. Whether it is a good for your body, bad for your body, that is a different thing. So when you can do that itself, so why can't we do everything that you wanted to have? Anything and everything that you are going to think, you can able to produce the results in the physical plane, no matter what. To cure a disease, to remove a poverty, and in the doer, banish the worry and the trouble, thinking can be caused to produce the direct physical and psychic results in the operator and others. Only thing is why people are poor, people are remaining poor. They are not thinking they can come out of it. They are thinking that, oh, my life is like this. If I get a food, okay, it's a good thing. And at the same time, we have seen so many people that they have started life with a very mean thing and a very small heart and kind of thing, but they become the so big, so much they could achieve. What is the difference between those people and these people? Only the thinking. Thought is only the matters. So Obama, if you take life, how he started. So he started with a very small family in a very lower middle class family. But how he was able to come up, it is his thought that he can do it. And we have so many other people also in that we know. There are so many people who started as a paper boy, who started the selling some of the pickles in the road kind of thing, but they became a big shots. How they became? Because they think they can do it. If you can think you can do it, you will be able to do it. So yeah, I wanted to become some prime minister, but I didn't become. So what you did it? You wanted to become. So just releasing the thought, you have to strive for it also, right? So when you release a thought, you should release it constantly and you have to work for it as well. Okay. So whenever you are doing it, it will definitely come. So that is what he is saying. So the results in the will definitely come. May not be. Suppose if you keep on working that, it may not be happen this time, but it will happen. Definitely, it will happen the next time, as next life or whatever it is. See, the thinking yields direct results. How? The religious aspects use a vocabulary to use the prayers as a god. So usually in the religious aspect, what they say, so whatever you wanted to do it, so pray for it, then you will get it. So what is the prayer here? It means, so by sitting in front of the god, you are thinking that you will get that. You will get that. And you are actually thinking that you will get it and you will enjoy whatever the fruit that you wanted to get it. You are releasing those thoughts. So when you're constantly releasing those thoughts, that will happen. So prayer means you are depending, you are actually believing the God that he will do it, and you're releasing all your thoughts. But there also people may be, you may be limiting your thoughts. Okay, for me, this is only thing I can get it. If you are limiting to your thoughts, if you are not even delivering, or if you are not even releasing your thoughts to the universe, then you cannot get it. So, for my position, I'm not so capable of it. I can only get this. If you yourself, if you say that, yeah, you will not get it. So without any doubt, without anything, just release the thought to the universe. So prayer is one such. So religions may say that you sit in front of the God and pray, then you will get it. But here what you are doing is only the releasing of the thought only. Okay. All of them embody their teachings and some truths and some of the falsehoods. So in the religions, what they're saying, they may say something. All may not be the truth. If you do this, you will get this. If you don't do this, you will get that. So if you don't do this, God is not here. Someone who is who want to punish you, right? So if you don't worship him, you will not worship. Then he is not a God at all. Okay, it's not that here. The first of all, God means that universal power that you have. Some may say, we may say no here in the Parsival terminology, and in the Hindu mythology, we may say Paramatma, and somebody else say may it's a Jesus or whatever it is. So we are thinking that's a supreme power. So when we are actually going for that supreme power, it will not. There are some falsehoods. If you don't do this, you will go this. If nothing will happen, nothing of that sorts. That is what here. Whatever the embedded in the religion teachings, some may be truth, because if you pray, you will get it. Means you are releasing continuous thoughts, so you will get it. But if you don't do it, you will not get it. That is not the right one. That's what he's saying. Not all of the teachers are always true. Teachings are always true. They cannot interfere working of the law of thought. So because these teachings cannot interfere the law of thought. Suppose, let us take hypnotism, right? Hypnotism, one people will go and sit and they'll try to hypnotize and you'll go. So if you are so strong, and if you think that I will not get hypnotized, you think so well to yourself. Can the other person hypnotize you? Will he able to do it? No, right? Because your thought is so strong.
Unless we desire.
Unless you desire, unless you give your mind to them,
unless
you relax yourself. Unless you permit, you relax completely, and you are trying to listen to their instructions and you are just following their instructions, then only they can hypnotize you. Otherwise, no one can hypnotize you. So this is how. So your thought process, right? That process, no one can interfere. Even whatever the religious teaching us or anything, if your thought is so strong that they cannot interfere. By practicing this, they can never freed from the disease or want, worry, or trouble. Suppose just say that, do that, you can never be free from the disease if you are not yourself is a willing, right? Well, I'm just reading this. I just got one example, right? Usually, I'm a social media person. I post whatever the things that happen in my life or whatever I'm doing, right? So many people will say, people will feel jealous. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? But I never feel that way. I never take it that way. I feel that, okay, this is what I did it. So some people may wanted to do that or may wanted to know the things about it. So if they know, they may ask me or they may get inspired or whatever it is, right? So that's how I take it. Here also the example, the person who is actually saying to me, she went to a vacation and she posted something and she got some effect on in her life. She got some bad things that happened. See here, again, the thought power. I never thought that this will ruin something else, or people will feel jealous of me and do something. I never take it that way. So my thought is not going that way. So it is not working that way. Whereas the friend who is talking like that, her thought is always that if I post it, people will see, people will feel jealous, and they will give some negative energy to me. That is what she's always feeling. So she got it. That's how the things will work. So the law won't work for everything the same way. Whatever you are feeling, it will come. So recently, many people, when I'm doing this meditation, many people are asking, is there any dishti are there or not? So the same thing it goes. If you feel that it is there, it will be there. If you feel it is not there, it won't be there. It is all your thought. If you feel the other person is doing something, then only it will be there. That's how it is. Your thought is that much powerful. Power of thought. People are there who succeeded in life using that power. So if you know that power of thought, you will be succeeded. There are so many people who succeeded using that power of thought, using that intention, power of intentions and all those things, they have succeeded. But you should know that the thought has that much power. Then only you can keep your intention, or you can keep our thoughts in a thing, right? So the persons in the moments are the portions of the doer who become confused in the past and confused in the others. Their mental atmosphere is different from the average doer. So there are some of the people who will be, you will come confused, right? So the movements here is the movements in the sense like what does Percival mean by movements is there is some agitation, some kind of things are going on, right? That kind of movements that he's talking about. So in those moments, the persons are already confused, or they have some past that they have got. So they wanted to agitate, they wanted to fight for something, they wanted to go some moments and all those things. So you may take it again, the positive and negative aspects of it, right? So if you take Hitler, he took a different moment. So all this generation is West, and we wanted to build some other conception he started. If you take Patricia, he take a different moment. He want everybody to be meditated so that the world can be the better place to live. So see how the thought, right? What the Hitler took it, how the world went. What Patricia took it, how the world went. So it is all your thought power. The moment that whoever is saying, they have some past moment. So confused moment is like in the different terms he told, but in general, may not be the confused, maybe the good ways also, the past they will be having it. So they cannot. So the people who are actually in the confused state, they cannot distinguish but what is real, what is unreal, what is true, what is false, what is inside, what is outside. So they were mentally crippled. So these people will always give some kind of agitated minds and agitated thoughts, and they lead to those kinds of moments. Instead of enjoying through sensations, we have enjoyments without it. Through the psychic nature, that is the spiritual wisdom. Instead of enjoying the sensations, here what he meant is, instead of enjoying a senses, through senses, instead of enjoying whatever the things that we are processing or anything, instead of enjoying those things, sorry, some noise, let me. So instead of enjoying those through the senses, you can enjoy without those things also, without the spiritual. Suppose if you are sitting, you may be getting some enjoyment when you go out, you are getting some happiness. Ultimately, wherever you go, you feel like you wanted to get some happiness. That is a thing, right? Wherever you go or wherever you do. Suppose if you sit in a meditative posture, and if you are just actually getting the energy from the cosmos, and if you are feeling enjoyment within you, then that is the spiritual enjoyment. Without this senses enjoyment, you can do that without eating what do you say, all the junk food, or without doing any of the things that which you are not supposed to do it. So without those senses, you can still get your enjoyment with these things. Mental healing can be done. So mental healing, how it can be done? Mental healing will be done by impressing the thoughts and the breath form of the sufferer, and faith is simply one means of doing it. So how the mental healing can be done? You should have the faith on the other person. Whatever the other person says, if you can do it, that mental healing can be done. So you are actually putting all your faith and then you are actually doing that, whatever that person, the mental healer is saying, right? So you will just do it. What he is doing is, he is putting he is putting some form, impressing your thoughts on your breath form. So what he says is, through breath, you are actually taking the thoughts. Through breathing out also, you can take out the thoughts. That is why if you stop these thoughts, then actually you will get energy. If you stop, suppose while breathing, if you are using any of the thoughts, you are breathing in those thoughts and breathing out those thoughts. So, which is not, suppose if you are breathing a good thoughts, maybe the good things maybe happen. If you are breathing in a fearful thoughts, jealousy thoughts, envy thoughts, all those thoughts, then those things will go into your body and they will harm you. So these mental healer will try to impress upon your breath form not to breathe any of the thoughts, just to focus on the thought that you will be healed. You are healed. You're already healed. The visualization, you're already healed. Suppose you have some problem with your neck, visualize that you are just running in a marathon with your leg. So they will impress upon your thought. Because of the thought power, you are actually imagining that you are able to do that. Nothing is there. So when you are able to do that, then your physical healing is happening. That is how the mental healers will do. Other means is the repetition of the words. So some other means is the repetition of the words. So just repeat some mantra or anything, right? Or do some self-suggestion. In the visualization technique also, I have experimented in some time back, not now, like self-suggestion, right? So just because it's a ray of light is coming. So there is a part, one of the part of your body is actually paining, it's paining, let us take. So sit in a meditative posture and just imagining that there is a ray of light is coming and your body is attracting, and that light you are sending to that particular part of the body. So if you send that will also, because that's how one of the meditators, she just tried to show me how it can heal, right? So that also will help you, because you have to, only thing is you have to believe and keep all your thoughts there. Keep all your thoughts focused there. And then strongly, it's a self-suggestion, right? So nothing is there. It is getting healed and you are just taking the light of it and you are sending it over there. So you are imagining, you are actually giving a thought that is strongly desiring that you can just run. There's no pain in your legs or nothing like that. So if you can do that, so this is one of the means. Or repetition of the words, doing some mantra, doing some repetition of the words also can help. Without the thoughts, they won't work. Honest thought may be balanced and the cure with the permanent. So here, without thoughts in the sense, without you believing, you have to give a thought that you just got cured. There are so many people go to doctor, right? So, oh, I got this pain. So many people will go to the doctor. Many people, you must have heard that, okay, I just use it 2 days and it's gone. The doctor might have said you have to use this course for 5 days. These people said, oh, 2 days I used and it is gone. Most of the time, it's a placebo effect. Most of the time, it's a placebo effect. There is so many experiments have done. So out of 10 people, only 8 people will be given only the normal medicine without anything, and 2 people only will be given. So, but out of these 8 people, also 6 people said, my pain is gone. How come the pain is gone? These 2 people pain gone, and the 6 people also pain gone. How can the 6 people also gone? Because they didn't give any medication, right? Because it is all the thought that they put it. Because they think that, oh, I went to the doctor gave me a pill. Okay, it is all set. This is the thought power. We have seen, there is so many examples in the placebo book, if you see, right? How the thought can heal. There are so many examples. There is in the Second World War, there's one example I can say. In the Second World War, they were run out of that, anesthesia, right? Anesthesia, they will give something. Then only they can do the surgery and kind of thing. But they ran out of it. But what to do? Then they do not have any choice. The nurse said, okay, I'll give you this saline water. Just do it. Okay, now nurse is giving saline water and he is giving it to the patient, and he is removing all the bullets and all, and it is going on. They never, no patient has complained that, oh, I didn't get anything, I didn't get sedation, I'm getting a pain. No one complained. It is all the placebo effect. So they didn't give any actual medicine. So that is how the thought is, right? Because these people thought, okay, now I was given anesthesia, I'm sleeping and I don't get anything. So on the contrary, you have other also, right? You have other, there is a one person, I didn't remember that person. That person said, I cannot live, I cannot be unconscious. I always want to be conscious. You can perform the surgery on me, but without sedation, without the anesthesia. So the doctors are thinking what to do, how can they? He said, like, he asked them to recite, or he read some Bhagavad Gita slokas for a while and then said, okay, now your body is yours and you can do it. He never complained. So he tuned his mind. His thought power is that, oh, if I read the Bhagavad Gita slokas, nothing pain will come. So that is the thought power. Okay, this
Yeah,
I think
Gandhiji. I heard Gandhiji also had appendicitis operation without any sedation.
Oh, okay. So this person is
yeah.
different, I think. I didn't read about the Gandhi. I did read about Divni.
Yeah.
He read some Bhagavad Gita slokas and then surgeries happen. So that's how the thought power, right? So that much it can work. Without the thoughts, it won't work. Without you believing in the doctor, even if you take a medicine, it will not work. So you should have that powerful thought that it will work. Then only it will work. Next one. Diseases. There are some. Okay, I jumped into the section, I think. Yeah, that's okay. Did we completed this?
No, this slide we did not.
No, yeah, that's what we jumped onto that. We went to the third slide, basically. Power of thought, we went to that. Okay. Persons in the moments in the portions of the duer become confused. This one we have studied, we did it. Today, duer portions are suffered from the reaction, which produces them a fear of disease or poverty while they deny the reality. So today, the duer portions are suffered from the reaction because they react more. They produce a lot of fear. So this might happen, that might happen. So similar, the same good old example of in any spirituality is by seeing the rope, they think it is a snake and they had a lot of fear. Once the light comes, it is just the rope. Okay. Similarly, there are so many things that we are actually getting because of the fear, because we are injecting the fear into ourselves. Because of that only we are not able to do many things. It is not that it will happen. It is we are not able to do that. To make the object life as a health, comfort and money, they worship that which their senses give the evidence, sometimes such as God, truth, universal mind, divine mind, are taken in the vain the mental service to the physical and sometimes psychic things. That's what you're saying, right? So here we see that comfort means money. Comfortable life means you should have the money. If the money will give, so for that, what they will say, okay, if I go to the God, if I pray, he will give all the things. If I go to the truth, universal mind, whatever you say, right? Even meditation, meditation also, there are so many people, oh, if you do that meditation with the intention, you'll get anything. So one guy in 2020 or 2021, I don't remember, he used to call me, oh, I did meditation, I didn't get any money. So this is not so when you are doing a meditation, you will get a clarity of thought. And with the clarity of thought, with the power, with the knower within you, you are able to work more. You are able to understand more, work more. Not just by sitting, closing your eyes and sitting, you'll not get the money. That is not a thing, right? So everything, anything in the world, just now Balagar explaining, the mystics, the spiritual mystics are not use of the world because they are not getting any physical results. They're getting only the spiritual results, right? So similarly here, they want some results. So because of that results, they may be going to they may say God. Because of that only, all the God figures came into the picture. So all these gods and names of the God, different things, all these came because we want something. We have created the gods because we want somebody to depend on the emotionally, or we want something to depend on, so that because we got married, we also made the gods also get married, and because we have kids, we also made the gods also have the kids, all the things. So actually speaking, as per the Percival, or even as per I read one of the sloka, I didn't remember exactly in Upadesaram. The God, there are 8 gods. That's what he says. You perceive the God in 8 ways. Those are 5 is Panchabhutas. The 6th and 7th are sun and moon. And 8th is the consciousness in every living being. That is the 8th one. So these are the 8 gods only existing in any religion. In fact, only thing is each religion. These are the religions that we have written. We have created our gods for our convenience. We have made them married for our convenience. We are keep on doing all these things. So these are all our psychic things. We want it, so we have created these things. They like to be feeble in the moral matters. They view as what is real and what is unreal becomes still more distorted. So when you are actually into this and all these things, what is real, what is unreal will be distorted for you. So what is this? From the childhood, we have been learning that, okay, this Rama is there, Lord Krishna is there, Lord this. All are there as an energy, as a supreme power, as an energy, they are there. So for that supreme power, we put different names. We put different names and we started worshipping. Because we are with the form, we want the God also in the form. That's how we did it. They have the false system, abnormal mental atmosphere, which they are influenced by thinking, and their thinking is wrong and obsessed by the facts and disorders. So these are all the things which are not a right way. Those facts are all the disorder. Okay. Now coming to the diseases, how the diseases have coming, or how the diseases are healed, right? Diseases have been healed by faith. Since they have been diseases, that's what diseases are faith. We have gone to very different examples. We should have the faith to cure the disease. They are all slowly developed. Diseases won't come just like that. They are all slowly developed in the functioning of the physical body. In the functioning of the physical body, they're all being developed under all the exteriorized parts of the former thought of the doer that inhabits the body. So the diseases are exteriorizing whatever the formal thoughts that you have. So sometime back of this life or the previous life, you have done some thoughts. Those thoughts come into you and they started growing, and they started exteriorizing as a disease. So disease also is nothing but your thought. Okay, so you may say that I never think of that I will get this, or somebody's cancer patient may say that I never think of that I'll get a cancer. So you may not think of you may get the cancer, but the thing is how, if you are so much envy, so much jealousy, or so much of these things, these thinking may distort some parts of your body and may turn as a disease. So this is all balancing of your thoughts. You may not thought exactly that you will get the disease. You will not, nobody will want to get a disease, right? So no one will get, but how your qualities, how your thoughts will convert into the diseases. That's what he is going to tell. There are sediments of improper thinking, that remains, right? There are remains of the improper thinking. Sediments means remains of the improper thinking, may be accompanied by the pain. So whatever the improper thinking that you have done, that may come, and they may come as accompanied by the pain. Diseases is one of the last and one of the severest means of the law that has enforcing payment and giving notice that there is something to be learned. Diseases are coming last. What he is saying is, Percival, always universe want to try to teach you. Suppose you did some wrong thinking, you will get to see the person who is doing the wrong thinking. You may say that, oh, what is this person is doing? If you check yourself, actually, because what you are seeing in the other person, right, that would be there within you. Remember, friends. So whenever you are seeing a person, a quality, it's a good quality or a bad quality, whatever that you are seeing in the other person, why you are seeing is it is a reflection of your thought. You are also, maybe check your thoughts, that maybe is it there within you, because that kind of person only you will get to see, because universe will not give you a disease immediately as soon as it try to teach you a lesson through the people, through incidents, through circumstances. It try to teach. With all these things are over, but still you are having your own low emotions, then that particular emotion will fall apart depending on the thought that you are having, it fall on your body, and the body may get, that particular part may get sick. So it will not, that is not the first thing, that is the last thing. Disease will come one of the last resorts. It will try to teach many of the things. Like as I told you in the previous example, right, the social media example. So the person who is saying that people may feel jealous, maybe that she is having a jealous when other people are posting the things. That could be the reason why she's feeling. Maybe I may be feeling that, oh, this person went to this, let me know about this place. And where is this? Can I go that? So if I like it, I may be exploring that. So it is all your mental process, your thought process. Whatever you are thinking other people will be having it. That's what he is saying. So he will try to show you that kind of people so that you will understand your quality is not right and you may change it. So like that, the universe will give you so many chances to change your thought process. But
See, that is how we judge other people.
Exactly. We judge other people. So much so after coming to this, when people are judging the others, I feel so pity. Why? When these people will learn? When will these people will learn, right? So some of the incidents, right? So I feel, because when other person is very close of your close friend of yours or close family of yours, you may feel bad also when these people will learn. You'll try to teach that this. But the thing is, we are not here to teach them. We are not here to teach them. You may tell once, but if they are not listening, it is up to them, because they have to. The universe is sending a one resource. We should not get into that loop. Oh, why this girl is like, why my friend is like this? Why we have to, somehow we have to teach that kind of nature, right? If you want to tell one time. If she's listened, she or he listens, it's fine. Otherwise, move on, because you are not there to correct somebody or anything. So let them face their own cycle of the thing, and then they can come out of it. What you have to, suppose if you are sticking there, what will happen? Your nature will become that, right? Because you are attracting that kind of people, means there's a pretty much you will get influenced with that kind of thoughts. So don't get there. So once you feel that it is not okay, it is not your cup of tea, just move on. If you want to give an advice, just give. Then that's why in the spirituality they say that until and unless somebody asks, don't give any advice also.
Yeah, you should not interfere.
You should not interfere in others' lives also. Okay, because it is their thing. They will take it. This is continue long time until the doer has freed itself to some of the impurities that they indicate. And usually the last ailment destroys the body. See, it will be there in your body, and it wants you to learn that and remove it from your impurity. Whatever that thing that you have, that impurity, you need to learn and remove it. So once you remove it, this disease will go. If it is continuing a long term, if you are not removing, if it is continuing a long term, which means you are not learned anything from this is whatever it is trying to teach. So sometimes it may destroy your body, because how many years it will be there with you, right? So it may destroy the body. New religious movements is often heralded and made popular by the actual alleged, because these religious movements will say that, oh, dude, in the religion movement there are so many, right? So okay, if you do this, these things will happen, or these things will happen. So these sometimes they will not be right. Mental healing is done by impressing the thoughts. This we have said, right? Mental healing is impressed by the thoughts and the breath form of the sufferer, because as I told you that, okay, you will be cured, you will be done, or by means of the chanting, repetition of the words, or without your full faith, this mental healing also will not be done. That is what Percival is saying. Next one is, thoughts are the seeds of the diseases. So any disease, your thoughts are the seeds. Okay, these are some of there are some those destiny, but will not allow them to be good. There are some of the diseases will be there, which is there in your destiny, which came as a part of balancing your thought, or balancing your action, or cause and effect. So because of that, some diseases you may have to come. That is why they say that 90% of the diseases or 80% of the diseases are psychosomatic diseases. The remaining 10 or 20%, whatever it is there, yeah, as a part of your karmic bondage, or cause and effect, or balance of your thought, whatever it is, it came. They will not cure. They will not cure with you with these things. You have to suffer, because that is what you have taken to balance your thought. Cause, nature, development, and purpose of the disease will help to understand how futile is the attempt to cure the mental healing. So your disease is slow. No, whatever the purpose of the disease, and understanding all these things will attempt to cure your mental healing. With that, you'll attempt to heal the mental. So in the concept of Dr. GK, whoever is giving, right, the spiritual tablets, he'll tell, okay, this particular thing maybe having this cause. This part, so if you are suffering with this, these are the things. You will not even you may not even found out, oh, with these reasons you will get that kind of disease. So he has given a spiritual tablets kind of thing, and he has given what needs to be done. If you get that, all the things are there. Okay, so just out of thing what I remember, the thyroid disease, if you are getting it, so what he says is, among the many reasons that he told, one is that if you don't express your thoughts, if you don't express your emotions, those emotions were stuck within you, then also you'll get a thyroid. That's what he said. So you need to find out the way of expression, way of the things. You need to, so all the emotions were stuck with the thyroid gland, and that's the thing. So you need to express your emotions, or you need to learn some of the song, means music, or if not songs, or some, what do you say, some slokas, or chant some slokas. That is what they will say in that. So similarly for each and everything they have said.
Yeah,
so
even in this book also, she explains some of the diseases, why it happens.
Why it happened.
Yeah.
It is coming on the way. It's coming on the way. That's what it is.
Okay.
Diseases are slowly accumulated sediments of the thoughts which has passed through parts through the parts affected. So they're slowly sediment, the thoughts, the remaining thoughts, whatever the sediments are there, the thoughts which are the home at the mental atmosphere of the doer, readily enter through the openings of the opening centers of the head opening centers, or whatever the opening centers, it will enter all the four systems and opening of the head, and leaves the sediments. Okay, so whenever the thoughts, they will enter into, because the thoughts are there in the mental atmosphere, because what are the thoughts that are there in the mental atmosphere? Whatever you thought, already you thought, and there are thoughts which were not materialized in the previous life, but the thoughts are alive. You are alive and your thoughts are alive. What is dead? Only your body. So you are alive and you came back, and your thoughts will come back through your force readily, with all the four openings, it will come to you. When the same thoughts enter into the heart, whatever the thoughts, it will come to the heart and play around through the organs of a particular system, which they may be connected. So the thought may be connected, one of the thought may be connected with your digestive system, one of the thought may be connected with the respiratory system or circulatory system. So depends on the thought, whichever the system it connected, it will go. Okay, old familiar thought leaves a sediments upon entering again and dwelling the respective parts. Once one has entertained the thought, it remains one's mental atmosphere until it is balanced. So once it entered, it is there in your mental atmosphere, and it entered into you, and it tried to go. Suppose, so what is the thought? That it is digestive system. Let us take, you wanted to eat something, but you didn't eat and you died. You badly want to eat. That's a simple thought, I can say. Badly you wanted to eat something, but at the end, nobody, you didn't get it and you died. Died in a sense, died means that particular body was died. But your thought is there in the mental atmosphere, because you released the thought again and again, and that is there. So when next time when you took another form, and because the thought is there in the mental atmosphere, it will come to you. So it will come to you, and it will come through the heart. Which system it will attract? When you want to eat something, which digestive system, it will attract. So it will go to the digestive system, and it will send your signals to your brain, I want to eat that, I want to eat that, kind of thing. Do you remember, there is a saying in the olden days, I remember in my grandmother village, when you are, means tell me what you want to eat, because at the end of again, right, they will ask, tell me what you want to eat, what you want to do. Even if you die with that, okay, you want to eat palakova and you didn't eat, if you die also, for that you have to take again one more life. That's what people used to say, right? That's in the very old, like 40 years back, with the very, in a small village, I heard this.
Wish
Now
to
I
be
can
fulfilled.
reconnect. Wish to be fulfilled. So that is a strong thought. If you keep it, again, it is come and it is go to the digestive system. It will think, oh, I want to eat that. I want to eat that. Okay. That's how. Last wish.
The last wish. Even before hanging also, they ask the person, what's the last wish?
They ask the person. Yeah, that's what's the last wish. Yeah. So here, that's how, whatever the thought you are actually releasing, it is there in the mental atmosphere, and you have to, once you started entertaining it, you have to balance it. Because why you wanted to come again, that wish is coming because you already entertained that thought, you released that thought, and that thought is there in your mental atmosphere, but in that lifetime you couldn't fulfill it. Next life it is coming again to you. So it has to be balanced. A thought may be in the mental atmosphere of several or even many human beings at the same time. That's what, same thought can be there in the mental atmosphere of the several people, or the same thought can be in a many human beings, the same thought can be released. This can happen, right? Anytime, because there are so many, all the people may release the same thought, or the thoughts can be, because different thoughts can be in the same mental atmosphere. A thought may be in the mental atmosphere or several or even many human beings at the same time. They can intermingle irrespective of the distance between the people. So I released a thought, and Balaga released a thought from Dallas, and somebody released the thought from India, and some other people released the thought from Africa. All have released the same thought, let us take. So what will happen? All the thoughts will be there in the mental, irrespective of where the physical people are there. Okay, physically, however, the distance they are there, so they are all intermingled. So when I go to Egypt, so that's what Sari is saying, that is Sai Kumar Reddy. So the moment it was started, the Egypt trip, I'm saying Abu Simbel, I want to go. Abu Simbel, I want to go. Because that Abu Simbel is not there in the trip, I try to look for many other opportunities where I can go alone, where I can go one day ahead and do that. So something like that, I try to see that. Only thing is, I try to see other trips also. But only PMC trip only is having that 1 hour, 2 hours meditation in the King's Chamber. So I cannot go with any other trip. But this trip, they are saying that Abu Simbel is not there. Somehow, when I went, somehow so some other thing was cancelled, and that day they have to accommodate something. So Abu Simbel was added after we go to the Egypt. But the thing is, there are 4 people who wanted to see the Abu Simbel badly in the trip. So he is reading out those names. So these 4 people manifested like anything. Because of that, only this was cancelled and kept it. So why I'm taking is those examples. Somebody from India, she wanted to see. Somebody from here, I wanted to see. Somebody from UK, she wanted to see. All the 4 people we wanted to see, because we released that thought. We may be physically different, but the thought is there in the mental atmosphere, and it got manifested. That is what you're saying. Whatever the thoughts, here the thought may be different distance apart, but in the mental atmosphere, it can stay at one place. Life and death of the body do not make any difference. Life and death of a body, he clearly mentioned life and death of a person. He didn't say that. Life and death of a body do not make any difference as far as the existence of the thought is concerned, or existence of the atmosphere of the doer. So once you have entertained the thought will be there in your mental atmosphere no matter what. Whether you are in the body or without the body. That is why he is saying the body. Even in our culture also, the moment somebody died, they will not say that the person name. They'll say body, 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 body intiyandi, body nettandi, akkada pettandi. That's how they say, right? Why? Because they know that the person is not the dead. It is only the body, it was dead. So whether you are dead, the body is there or not, your thought will still be there. When there is a new body, the thoughts which have not been balanced as they are, they must enter into and produce the effects which are later manifested as a physical ailment. So when you are not there, when you are coming to the new body, it will automatically enter into, so that it will come as a physical ailment. Means if it depends on the thing, right? A thought is always entertained in the heart, and dwells in the body part to which it belongs to. First, always enter into the heart. Always it enter into the heart and dwells into the different body parts. It enters into the body, dwells in the different parts, and it awakens and stimulates it and attracts the blood to it. So it stimulates and attracts the blood to it. Usually the one who holds the thought is not conscious of this effect. The one who is holding the thought, he may not be conscious of this, what is going on in his body, but this is what is happening. Example, if a person wants to acquire a piece of land, let us take he wanted to acquire a piece of land, okay? Yeah, he is trying for that land. So when he is trying for that land, this wish is connected to the digestive system as well and the excretory system. That's what he's saying. So when he went and acquired that land in a peacefully, nothing, he didn't do any fraud or anything, everything with the lawfully, he went and acquired. So nothing will happen to his body. Okay, his digestive system and excretory system will work perfectly. Suppose the property was acquired by fair means. Suppose he holded some fraud, he had some fraud, something he did it. Then this will leave a mark on his system. Which system? Digestive system and excretory system. It will make a mark because he did something fraud over there. Then it may later appear as an affliction. It may later appear as a disease or something. So that is how whatever the thing that you are actually not doing well, not doing right, so that will have an effect on your body, and later that will get excreted, or later that will get materialized in the physical body. Each thought is related to one of the four systems. Okay, when entertained in the heart, dwells into the system which it is related. If the thought is a right, it brings health. If the thought is a wrong, it brings a disease. The disease may settle in any one of the parts. Digestive system dwells through thoughts of food, drink, physical possessions, and all kinds. See here. Digest, that is why the site means that he wanted to acquire a piece of land. So that is a digestive system. So it went to the digestive system. Dwells the thoughts of food, drink, physical possessions of all kinds. In circulatory system, dwells the thoughts of anger, envy, enmity, jealousy, revenge, ingratitude, means as well as opposites. As well as opposites in the means peace, all these things that goes into the circulatory system. See, when you are angry, you can feel it, right? That is why when you are in the mindfulness, you can all observe these things. Whatever the Percival is saying, we all can observe this. Suppose when I'm peaceful, okay, the other day I went to Sirisha home, I was very peaceful, and I just sat and focusing 100% what she is actually talking, and I'm trying to digest and trying to participate in the discussion. In that moment, I do not have any thought. Just the thought is just listening and reciprocating. I'm so happy. So what my body part will say? They're all very cool, happy, nothing, no problem at all. Okay, so coolly I can come out. Suppose I went to the another person, and if she is trying to talk something bad about any other person or something, some other things are going on, then my body, my blood in the body, I'm getting like agitated. I'm getting like frustrated. Why we have to talk about that things? Why? Or that's the same thing. Or I may go with the flow, or I may say that why, that is not your problem. Suppose if somebody is doing something, that's not your problem. Why this girl is doing this? I'm getting agitated. So there, my flow of the blood is different. So depending on my emotions, depending on how actually, you can see how my circulatory system is working. If you are peaceful, the peace is circulating. If you are angry, the anger is circulating in your body. So the more that you can totally observe it. It is not that something a rocket science. You can, if you are aware, if you sit calmly, when you get an angry next time, sit calmly, close your eyes and observe your body, what it is happening. When you are happy, same time, sit and so you feel that, oh, I feel so good. That's what we say. What is that so good? Because you are active. Just now I told you, right, when I went to the Michael Singer's place, I feel so good within that thought, just like that, I went to the thoughtless state and I was so happy. So what is that? I'm just, that peace is circulating within me. That's how, that is what the circulatory. So either it is in anger or appease, whatever, those things will be in the circulatory system. Next is a respiratory system. Dwells the thoughts of pride, ambition, severity, conscience, remorse, and their opposites. So these are all the things that will happen into the respiratory. You are so pride, all those things will be gone into the respiratory system. And sexual thoughts dwell in the generative system and may be concentrated in the organ in it. So these are the other system. The system includes the spinal cord, the quadragmia, pituitary body, optic thalama, pineal body, the optic nerves, and the eyes. Also the organs in the throat, mouth, and breasts. All these ramifies the kidneys. All these are also the bodies that is actually happening or actually will have an effect on your thought. While the four systems are different, they are all cooperate in maintenance of the body. All the four systems are different, but they are all work together in order to maintain your body. One system is depending on the other. That we know as a sign, as being a sign, as we know minimal science, right? Liver is one of the digestive organs, but circulatory system is there through arteries and veins. The respiratory system is there not only to work through the blood, but because the finer physical air and psychic breath is passed through the airy body and directly through the liver as well as every other part of the body. Okay. Liver acts as a radiant body in the production of the sex germs, sex germs, so contribute the generative system. So here if you see that in the radiant body, the outside environment may, this also you can relate, right? So the sex germs are not producing within you. You are actually outside. Radiant environment is actually giving you something. Then you may produce some sex germs and it may be there in your generative system. All the four systems are correlated with the brain and solar plexus by nerves. All the four systems are correlated with the brain and solar plexus. Okay, but with the nerves. The fluids and airs of the fourfold physical body interact in all the systems. All are kept going in the respiratory, which system correspond to the life world. All are kept going in the respiratory system, but which is going to corresponding things will be in the life world. When the thought is entered into the heart, it receives attention from the rightness and reason. Always, whenever it comes to the heart, it is always asked for the rightness and reason. So it will keep the things. So if you are ignoring that righteousness and reasoning, then if you are moving on, then we cannot say. But always it enters into the righteousness and reasoning. I will stop here because science of breath. I'll stop here because of the want of time. Maybe the channel will have another session later. We'll continue next. I have not completed. I just completed 17th and 18th chapter was not completed. So it was in between. So we will see the next. If you have any questions, yeah, I'll open for the questions.
Yeah, he sounds like some spiritual tablets and also the
yes, exactly.
affirmations of this book.
Affirmations of this, yes. Yeah, I know. That's how it is.
Yes. See,
I told
main thing
Sirisha.
is,
yeah.
How, see, everything, like he said, how it comes through the thought, it enters into our, through the head into different systems.
Yes, exactly.
And then either it manifests either in this life or in the future life.
Or the future life.
Depending upon the conditions.
Every thought you are actually releasing. If you are releasing a thought with the jealous, remember it is going to hit it. If not now, next life.
Yes.
If you are releasing with a thought of anger, unnecessary. I see so many people that unnecessary. There is a one story, right? There is a one story. I didn't total story. I didn't remember, but there is a. So there is some amrutam is giving. Okay, people all went just like that. Okay, because they wanted to take that amrutam and drink. One person went with a big pot.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody started feeling jealous. But who is the fault? Did they ask not to get the pot for them? No.
Yeah.
But they didn't get that thought, they didn't get it. But this guy went and he got it. So then if you start feeling jealous, what is the use, right? Similarly, in our lives also, some people earn a lot and some people do that. So it is not that they have some kind of luck or anything. It is their thought. They dreamed big. They put their hard work. They worked on it. We will feel that sometimes, oh, our job is so comfortable, let it be here. So when you when you want to be in your comfort zone, you cannot compare with others, right? You cannot do that. This is all the thought power. So if you start feeling jealous and if you are releasing the jealousy thoughts, what will happen? Your body will get affected. You will get ailments. You are, if that is not balanced, you have to balance in the next life. So there is no use. Any form, there's no use.
Also,
always,
if the parents have some health problem, people always think, oh, I may get it. But
yes, that is also
you are
not
inviting
right.
Unnecessarily. That is also not
Unnecessary.
Right. You're unnecessarily inviting.
That's what last class I told you, one breast cancer case, right? So yeah, she think she manifested.
Yeah.
So some of the cases, as he told, there may be 20% of the cases or 10% of the cases, it may come as a genetic. Because genetic also, it won't come just like a genetic, because this guy wanted to take the disease in that lifetime and want to take up some of his karmic bond, to release his bondage, right? Then he chooses such a parents. Then he chooses such a parents to come. So that is also not just like, just because he born parent, that is why he got it, is nothing. He chose it, that's why it got it.
Yes. That's why even, in meditation magic, there is this girl, Shanti. She cured cancer because through her meditation, through her positive thoughts.
Yeah. There are so many people, right?
There are so many, there are so many people.
Cases that we are hearing, but
Yeah, even this book, Louise Hay.
Her life is so miserable life if you take it, but how well she organized it, right?
She completely turned up, 180 degrees, like from all the negative to positive. And she started teaching whatever she learned.
Teaching whatever she is learning. The other day when I went to that Michael Singer also, the people who are saying their problems, right? None of us have any such problems. Those miserable problems people are saying, but still he's giving like coolly, he's asking, he's giving. So when I heard those problems, how much I should be thankful to the God, lucky. How much I should be showing the gratitude, right? I never put myself into whatever the small things that I got, we feel that it is a problem.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, they are not the problems at all. Sirishigar, Emayar is silent.
Yeah, thank you, Prasanna garu. Really, Percival is explained in a beautiful way. See about power of thought and how the thought influences in our body. So it's a beautiful way is explained, right? So very clean. Each and every thought, it is affecting on the body, because whenever we lose the purity of our consciousness, it's gradually, it's a downfall.
Actually, once you reach there, right, in the meditation, once you reach that purity state, you will able to forget about somebody else is telling. You yourself can tell where your energy is getting depleted.
Yeah, yes.
Where you are filling your energy cup, where you are
the qualities only. The main thing is through the quality. It's heart. It's definitely it's a jealous thoughts. It's all our Rishat work, circulatory system. It's affecting, and it's related to our digestive system. Means it's we are judging. But judging
exactly.
while eating, while drinking, in that way, it's affecting all the parts. So thought is the main cause of all the diseases.
That's why negative, even if we see the news, we have to be very careful.
Yes, that's true. That's why the news channels, it's better to ban.
Yeah.
See, we can say in a neutral state, we can see the news also, but focus, where are we focusing is very, very important. Suppose if you hear now negative news, okay, but at the next moment, where you are focusing is very important.
Yes.
You have
And
to
we
leave
should not,
the information that
we
unnecessary.
should not be carried away. We should
Yeah,
not be
Carried away.
influenced.
you should cut it in the right time.
Yeah.
Yes. you should
Because
cut it
all
in
the
the right time.
information comes right. All the
Yes.
information reaches, but in right time you should cut it and focus as to shift at the moment itself. Even
Yes.
if you carry, I cannot talk now because I'm experiencing the power of now. So in the present moment, I don't want to say it's a next moment. This right moment
That's
we
true.
need to cut. We need to correct ourselves. That's all.
Correct ourselves. That's all.
Yeah, that's a thing. It's a feeling of power of now.
Yes.
Anybody want to share? Any others? Pushpa, Rajani Garu, Suguna.
Yeah, Prasanna, everything is very scientific. What, when we focus on some or thinking something with the jealousy and all those, it affects the body, I can understand. But some of the diseases, what about the karma, the principle? Some of
No,
the
I told you,
bodies.
right? 80% is only the karma principle, how it is coming. Again, your thoughts, your actions, right?
Yeah.
Your thoughts and your actions, because of that only it is coming. If it is not materialized in this life, it is coming to the next life. That's all.
See, karma is nothing but past lives or past, whatever we did in the past.
Past or past. It could be not only past lives, it could be just past.
Yeah, that's what. Even in this life, past, either in this life or in the future, past life.
In the back life. Yeah.
Yes.
That's all.
Yeah, I think one of the chapters in Bhagavad Gita, I think our personality comes based on our previous actions. So even feeling jealousy is a personality, that just because that's part of the karma too.
No. Yeah, it could be. No. Yeah, if anybody it comes, you will not come with the. You come as a pure consciousness. Okay, you come as a pure consciousness only. So if you have a free will to have all the things, so if you feel that you are feeling jealous and okay, that is my karma, that's not. You know that it is not a negative, right? When it is, you know it's not the right thinking, you can always change.
Yeah, learning. That's why, Jnanagni Dharma, what is that they say? Karma Dagdani. Yeah.
Jnanagni Dagdha Karmanam.
Karmanam. Yeah.
See,
after
like fire.
we can change
it.
But, some of them, it's, I asked this to Aditya sir, how come some people, I know when we are children, we have all this purity and all that, but as we grow, some people stay as the same quality. Some people develop all these, jealous and all these. Hawaii and I think chapter 16 or something.
That is what, right? That is what we are saying, understanding our mind. In our mind, so many people are pouring so many things, and we are actually collecting all the things. And to which one you are pouring the water is important.
Yes. Yeah.
You may collect, parents are giving something,
Yeah.
society is giving something, but for what are the seeds that you are pouring the water so that they can sprout? So that you have to take it.
Yeah, whatever it is, we have to stay pure.
I need to leave.
Yeah, because of Sirisha, this channel
I
is...
have another session.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Prasanna.
In the
Thank
chart,
you.
just a minute, Prasanna Garu.
Mm-hmm.
Someone asked question in the chat. I'm seeing.
No. I just saw that. Pushpa